Friends forever, that's what we are. Through the thick and the thin, we're friendship stars. We're banger main buddies from the days of old. We laugh, cry, and hug, friendship solid as gold. My so-called whatever started a year ago. We share our stories and your stories were told. 80s, 90s memories that give us glee. And on the block party shows and KOTB. Now our friendship circle has grown by far. Hashtag friends forever, that's what we all are. Boom. And if you don't know, now you know. My so-called whatever for life. Hashtag MSCW. Hashtag friends forever. Yeah. Yeah.
So much to talk about.
I know.
I know it's been like
2 weeks.
Oh, it's been 2 weeks. Yeah. Since we've gotten together. Actually, no, it's been 2 weeks. I was going to say it's been longer, but it hasn't.
No. Yeah.
So
2 weeks since we've gotten together. 2 weeks since we've done this.
Right. Things have been happening. We're fine.
Yes, we're fine.
Okay.
Family stuff happens and comes up and
both of us, it just happened to both of us.
Right.
And family comes first. So that is why we did not record. And it might happen again. Actually, to be honest with you, we're actually going to take next week off.
We are. That was planned.
That was actually planned. We were actually going to take this week and next week off.
Right.
And come back, January 6th?
Yep.
But because we didn't record last week, we thought, hey, we'll come at you with a Christmas episode, which is what we're doing today.
Exactly.
So
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
So
many things have happened,
and so much to talk about.
A lot to talk about when it comes to media. I was gonna say new media.
No, but like the goings on.
Yeah.
Of social media and.
Let's just talk about
stuff.
Netflix real quick.
Because we're both coming off of this.
Right. And you guys know we like true crime.
Yep.
We've already discussed this.
I like a crazy effing story.
And boy, did we get one.
Oh my gosh. 2! So
if you guys haven't already watched, what's it called?
So the first one, this is the first one I watched, was The Confession Killer.
Oh my gosh, what the hell?
I had never heard this.
No. Okay, so I'd heard of him because of, I think it was Forensic Files.
Yep.
Or something. And I knew that there was a guy that had confessed to these killings that, I'm just going to say it because it's not a spoiler alert because you kind of figure it out in the very beginning.
Yeah, no. And if I guess obviously if you don't want to hear it, just skip ahead a little bit.
Right.
But no, yeah.
He confessed to things that he never did.
Right. And
there may have been a couple that he did.
Yeah, I think that there were 3.
Right.
That they were yeah.
You killed your mom and you killed those 2 girls. Yeah, you did that.
Yeah. But
he would confess to anything and everything, and he confessed to fake ones, and that poor district attorney.
I felt for him.
Oh my gosh, me
the whole
too.
time I was you know what, sir? You, sir, are the truth teller.
Yeah, and look at what happened to him.
Right.
He lost his wife. He lost his family.
Right.
He lost his job.
Because...
Am I giving away too much?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Okay, so here's the thing. Let's just say this.
Okay.
You guys need to watch it if you like that kind of thing.
Right.
I binged it in one night.
I binged it in one day.
I went to bed at 2:30 in the morning.
I binged both of these in one day.
Right. You were back to back.
While I was working, I watched both of them.
So I stayed up all night and watched them.
Because it's one of these things you have to binge. You can't, how can you stop?
I couldn't turn it off.
How can you stop? You can't stop.
I just couldn't. So The Confession Killer was really good. Really, eye-opening and really, backwards. A lot of the stuff was just I can't believe this could happen.
Right.
So there's that.
Part of you is I can see how it could happen because you want these crimes to be solved so badly that you'll kind of
do anything,
convincing yourself that this guy, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, convincing themselves that, but
that I don't think that was it. I think there was a lot of corruption.
I just think I just can't believe that district attorney.
I know. I felt
he
was just like,
and look at him. He's like, he looked frail. I'm just gonna say it. I'm sorry, but he just looked like a shell of himself.
Well,
maybe he's just lost some weight.
He's lost some weight. So here's I looked him up online.
Okay.
He seems to be doing well now.
Okay, good.
He has a podcast, I think.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to listen to it.
Yeah, I think
What's
I saw
it
that
about?
he has a podcast. I'm probably whatever he does. He also was
He seems like a very intelligent man.
Oh, very. Yes, he's an attorney, or was. Maybe he's retired now. But,
okay.
But no, I think he has a podcast. And anyway, I found his social media, and he was like talking about things.
Cool. I'm going to go find him because I like him a lot.
Yeah. And then, okay, so there was that.
I don't know him personally, but
No, but he seemed like a good guy.
He seemed like just a guy who wanted to get the truth.
Right. For all parties involved.
Right.
He wanted justice.
Right.
And justice wasn't being served because it wasn't the truth.
No.
So,
what's the guy's name again?
It was,
oh my gosh.
The district attorney?
No. The guy, the confession killer.
Oh, it was,
he had like his last name was like a person's first name.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Lee?
Maybe.
Lee something.
Henry Lee Lucas.
Yeah. See, I kind of knew. And why do serial killers always have like a middle name?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird.
They don't always.
But
but many of them do.
And many of them have head injuries.
Well, I mean, all those marbles, they were not all right there.
Poor guy.
I mean,
I'm not sorry.
Not poor guy.
Not poor guy.
He definitely did some bad things.
But like when he was a kid and he was talking about when he was a kid, you couldn't help but be like, that's awful.
That's
not
sucks.
Poor guy, but like,
no, but
I'm sorry
like,
I said that because that's like not cool.
No, but you kind of do have to feel for somebody who's been through what he's been through, and you don't have to forget what he's done.
Oh, right.
To think like that's a pretty shitty way to grow up, and
right.
That was a shitty deck of cards you were handed,
right? And
it's shitty that you only went and did what you did with that. I know.
Is that bad that I just said that? Is that bad? Is that terrible? They talk about it. They talk about it on there that he only has 3 teeth.
He has 3 teeth
and he smells really bad, which is probably like the periodontal disease.
Periodontal disease and cigarettes.
Oh gosh.
And
so if you remove those teeth, do you have periodontal disease anymore?
Well, it's a gum disease.
Oh.
So you have to like heal the gums.
Oh.
So
how do you heal the gums?
Listerine? I don't know. Oh. But I don't know. You would have to talk to your local periodontist. You just have to go and get treated for it.
Right.
And hopefully it clears up for you.
Right.
But I know it happens to a lot of older people.
Mm-hmm.
Just because.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like anything.
Right.
It gets harder to take care of certain things as you get older.
Right.
Because like your body gets older.
Right.
So
and your teeth are just like, we done.
We've been serving you for, 60 some odd years, 70 years.
We're just about done.
Yep. We're just about done here, folks.
I'm just waiting for these baby teeth to say, we're just about done here.
We're just about done. Plunk.
Oh, sad. That's going to be a sad day.
That would be a sad
That's okay. You know what? I've come to terms with it. I'm just going to get a flipper. I've come to terms with it.
But you can't eat with a flipper.
No. So I'll just take it out.
Just don't throw it away.
Here's the reason why I don't feel bad about it anymore. Like, TikTok has made me feel like okay about my teeth.
No, well, you can't feel bad about it because there's people all over.
There's so many people with my thing. There's so many people that have the same thing as me.
Of course there are.
And they're on TikTok. Like, I've been watching all these people on TikTok and they use this like special song and they were talking about teeth check or whatever. I have no teeth check. And like they take them out and I'd be like, yes, me too. I'm missing my teeth too.
Well, you're not missing your teeth.
No.
But if you lost your baby teeth, you would be missing those teeth.
My adult teeth are in my nose. They're in
And
my
they're not,
nasal
they're not
cavity.
coming out anytime soon.
No, and unfortunately, they're pointing towards my front teeth. So eventually, all of my teeth are going to fall out. It's just a sad. Kevin already knows. It's just going to happen.
You know what? It happens to the best of us.
So let's just pray for one moment that doesn't happen in the near future, like in the next 40 years.
When you're old,
Fine,
cool,
whatever.
It happens.
And old is like 80,
right? Not
Okay.
old like
60.
because
That's not old.
So we watched that. We also watched Don't F with Cats.
Right. OMG. We can't say anything about this one because like you just have to go and watch it.
You have to watch it.
But seriously, I'm so glad they didn't show anything.
I don't know what was shown or not because I didn't watch those parts.
No, I couldn't either. I was just like, but I was trying to fast forward through it because I didn't want to see it. And you guys will know what parts I'm talking about. And I looked at the cursor just to like go over it, and like I could I could tell that there was nothing being shown.
So I had seen it.
But there were parts of it leading up to it that were like...
Right.
Ugh.
So I had seen it come up on Netflix. It just came out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I had seen it come up on Netflix like earlier in the day. And I looked at it and I thought, oh, that looks like a lighthearted documentary about
That's what
cats.
I thought it was too.
So I'm going to have to check that out later. And then I opened up Netflix again. And you know how when you start it, if there's like whatever like the show is on that it highlights.
It starts playing the trailer.
So it started playing it. And I was like immediately
like consumed you.
This is not what I was expecting.
Mm-mm.
So then I had to go on Reddit and find out if the video was on the video.
Mm-hmm.
And I did some sleuthing and I found out that, and you guys will know what I'm talking about. And that part isn't really a secret because that's just like there.
Right.
That like some parts were shown, but not bad. Like
there is
whole.
one part that
I read about one part and I didn't see it.
It made me cry.
So I like blocked the TV with my hand. Like I put it up in the air and I didn't watch any of those parts.
It just like, it hurts your heart. It hurts your heart that somebody would do that.
Yeah.
What
on
kind of
many
friggin'
levels.
Crazy, like just demented, cold-hearted person.
I don't know. But I have to say, the internet is amazing.
It is.
Like, the people are amazing.
Yes. Hold on one second. I'm going to tell Bryn she can't listen to her music because I can hear it coming through.
Oh. All right. So you guys just have to watch it.
Yeah, the internet is amazing. That's why I love places like Reddit. Like, these people will hunt down from one little picture.
Fascinating
one
stuff.
little thing. And I thought it was going to be about doxing.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what that is?
Yes, because they talked about it.
Oh, I didn't hear them talk about that.
Yeah, but a little bit. But I got a feel for, I think maybe because I read a little bit about it.
Yeah.
But I got a feel for like what it was about.
Yeah.
And I knew like it was going to be so freaking fascinating.
It was so, I just kept texting Brooke, WTF, WTF, WTF. Like, it went in so many directions because I'd never heard of this before. And I don't know how I could have never heard of this.
I'm sad it's
didn't.
over. Like, I'm not that
Right.
it's over.
No,
I'm
but
sad
I want,
that I don't have more to watch.
Like, I want these people to, like, do another, like, armchair detective type.
Yes.
They are amazing. They are smart people. And, yeah. So.
I'm just going to say one thing, though.
Yeah.
There was one part that literally made the hairs on my arm stand up.
What was that?
I'm just going to say the casino.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. I didn't like that part at all.
And it never really, like, was revisited. But I did not like that.
No.
I'm just going to say that. So you guys go watch it.
Like, how did they find that out?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because she didn't even use her real name.
info. Like,
No.
period.
No. So
anyway.
So more podcast related stuff. You guys said you love, like, I had more than 3 people. I mean, I know that doesn't sound like a lot.
That really
But, like,
doesn't sound
no,
like that many.
No, but I mean, it was a handful of people.
Yeah.
That took it upon themselves to message me and tell me how much they love it when we have a special guest on.
People really, really loved Roger.
Yes.
And loved the episode.
I love Roger too. I mean,
Well,
oh my
who
gosh,
wouldn't?
he was great. So we have a couple people that are actually a few, because we just got contacted by somebody and he seems like an interesting fella.
Yeah, like, we don't know who he is.
Yeah, we have no idea, but his agent contacted us.
Right.
And so we'll see how that goes. We'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be fun. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Like,
I mean,
I'm up for some guests.
what I think would be kind of cool
Okay, I'm listening.
is if you guys have somebody in mind that you would like to hear on our podcast,
Yeah.
reach out to us and let us know, and reach out to them.
Right. If you guys know somebody
If
that's
you're like, hey, Candace Cameron, you should be on,
my so-called whatever.
why don't you just put it out there in the universe?
Right.
No, I mean, obviously, she would be like a dream.
Oh
to
my
have on.
gosh.
But, like, I just grabbed a name.
Yeah.
But, like, whatever.
Right. Neil Patrick Harris.
Would love.
Okay, that's like a little like beyond.
That'd
Come
be
on, Dewey
amazing.
Hauser.
Come on, Lance Bass.
Lance Bass.
Come
you know
on.
You know what I just saw the other day? Was that commercial with him and Kenny Rogers that he was like a pilot and he was like, we need to get in sync. And he looks at the camera. Do you remember that? I don't remember what it was for.
I do not remember.
But they're in a plane. I'll have to find it. And I'll have to post it on our website.
Yeah, because I have no
So-
idea what you're talking about.
Oh, and we have one last thing to talk about,
Oh my god.
which is this it became a big charity thing with Joe McIntyre, Coffee with Joe. And like a lot of people had tagged me and said,
Right.
hey, like, or had messaged me personally and said, hey, have you seen this, Nikki? Like, this could be cool. Like,
Cup of Joe with Joe.
but when I checked it, it was already up to like $5,000. So I was like, I don't have that kind of money.
Right.
Let alone do I have $25,000.
That's crazy.
So supposedly the last bid for Coffee with Joe, and this is, I guess, an intimate cup of coffee with Joe,
Coffee break.
I guess, is, and this is the number I got. And it could be wrong, but $25,570.
That's crazy.
$25,570, which is great for the charity.
It's all for a good cause.
Yeah.
And that's
So-
great. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a nice car.
Joe, I hope that you not only have a cup of coffee, but also a scone with this
Oh,
person.
Hey, I bet he'd have a scone.
I bet he would too.
I bet it's going to be pretty cool. I bet it is. I bet he'll make it really cool.
I just think that is an incredible
Wowzer.
amount of
Wowzer.
money.
Wow. Seriously, wow. Okay.
I just got a text from Pete
Yeah.
asking me when Bella was last fed. And I said, oh, about an hour ago. He wrote, got conned again. Because she acts like she's starving to death. She'll like chase you and like bat your ankle.
Oh my god.
Like, give me food.
Like Fenway.
Yeah. Like,
He'll
I'm
like go,
starving.
He'll like get all, and we're like, we just fed you an hour ago.
You have been fed.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Right.
This is Brooke.
And this is Nikki.
And this is my so-called whatever.
Hey. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
So,
Woo, yeah.
ooh, yeah. So, we are here with our 80s and 90s episode.
Mm-hmm.
As you've already heard, we're going to take next week off,
Yes.
but thought that we would spread a little Christmas cheer
Yeah. Why
this
not?
week
Why not?
and watch
Christmas in the Decades.
on Amazon Prime.
Right. You guys can go head on over if you've got an Amazon Prime membership.
Yeah.
Go on over to Christmas in the Decades. There's actually more decades in the 80s or 90s, but since we're 80s and 90s, we decided to just cover the 80s and
We
90s.
watched those too.
Yes.
I
did not.
I do plan on watching the other ones.
I do too, because I think that they're really cool.
Yeah. I actually would like to watch the 60s one with my parents.
That would probably be
I think they
nice.
might enjoy that, especially my mom. My dad will probably fall asleep.
Yeah.
But that's dad.
That's cool.
But I thought that this was really neat because I love these kind of shows
Mm-hmm. Me
that
too.
are like,
They're kind of like VH1-y.
yes, kind of like the
I love the 80s.
I love the 80s, I love the 90s,
Yeah.
like magazine type shows.
Right.
And like with little flashback commercial things and clips
Yeah.
and stuff and commentary from like celebrities. And it was really interesting.
It really was. I mean, a lot of the stuff they talked about, just because we are immersed in the 80s and 90s, like, there was only a few things that I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I liked the little tidbits of information that would pop up.
yes. So yeah, I'm looking at my notes, and you're right. Because again, we're immersed in this stuff.
Right.
Like we are very in tune with a lot of the nostalgia.
Right.
None of it was really like news to us or
No.
anything. It wasn't like,
Well, a couple things for me. I was like,
but that was
I
the
don't-
thing.
I don't remember Mr. T being Santa Claus.
I don't remember a golden DeLorean,
I didn't remember that either.
but like that was the thing. There were some things that were like, oh hey,
Yeah.
I didn't know that,
Yeah.
and I can appreciate when a show can show me something that I
Right.
didn't already know.
Yeah, Golden DeLorean, there was only 2 made and only 1 purchased.
4 made,
Oh, 4 made.
2 purchased.
Oh, 2 purchased.
I don't know where the other 2 are.
Why did I think only 2? Huh.
But I want to know where those other 2 went.
Yeah, where are they?
Like, where are the 4?
Right, where'd they go? They had to go somewhere.
Right, and I want to know, is it like in a pit somewhere? Like
I don't know.
some person in Arkansas
Are they
has
in a
like
pit like the ET videos? The ET video
the
games?
ET cartridges, Atari
Yeah,
games.
yeah. That stupid game. That
That's-
was a stupid game.
I hated that game.
That's a stupid game.
I sat on my babysitter's floor playing that stupid game,
You
trying
couldn't
to get out of the
past.
hole.
You couldn't get it. You couldn't go.
You couldn't get out of the hole.
You were stuck. You were gone. That's
You're
it.
in a hole
Goodbye.
next to a phone, and you just like move, and your head goes womp womp.
Did
womp.
anybody ever get out of the hole?
I don't think so. Like I think it was impossible to get out of the hole.
Like, did you have to know a secret code? Like up, 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 down, down, left, right, beep, beep,
I don't
beep,
even
beep.
know, but I wonder if I could find like a gameplay video.
Oh, hey. If we do, we'll put it on our website.
Yeah, perfect. So let's start with the 80s.
Okay.
It starts out talking about Christmas Vacation.
Movie we watch every single year.
Classic movie. We all know it and love it.
Yes. I really want the Cousin Eddie bear from Build a Bear.
Build a Bear?
I really want that so bad.
It's really cute.
I really want it. I was like, I thought maybe Kevin would get it for me because I was like, I really want that. But alas, it did not happen.
Well, how
Not
do you
yet.
know it's
Not
not
yet.
Christmas yet?
Well, we just decided the other day we were going
Excuse
to
me.
buy Christmas presents for each other. So
Oh, well, so then maybe you'll get it.
it.
And so they talked about, of course, video game systems.
Yes,
Atari, Nintendo, Game Boy. I didn't have a Game Boy.
I didn't either. Kevin had one.
Yep.
Kevin had a Game Boy. I didn't have Nintendo, but I had Atari. I got it when Nintendo was popular. So I was like, thanks. I really don't want this. Came with E.T.
Yep.
I feel like I came with that. Like, I can't remember. I know it came with Pitfall because I would play that thing like crazy. I also got one of those Commodore 64s at a yard sale.
Yep.
That was like short-lived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't have one of those. We had an Atari. I don't know where it came from, and I don't know why we had it, because we were really young, and it wasn't like my parents, and it wasn't like my dad to be like,
No,
I want this.
You know what I would do? Like, we got it when I was rather young.
Mm-hmm.
I would chew on the handles.
The joystick?
Yes, because it was like a nice rubbery, like...
It had a nice feel on your teeth.
Yeah, it did. So
That
I
is
was
funny.
obviously really young to
Yeah.
remember that.
Because we had it before Nintendo came out, and Nintendo came out in 85.
But I feel like... So I feel like we had it then, and then I feel like it went away. and then I feel like we got another one.
Oh, okay.
That's what I feel like. Or somebody had one, and I just so happened chewed on the controller.
And you were because you remember that.
Because I remember chewing on the controller. So
That's kind of hilarious,
the joystick.
actually.
I just remember it would move the rubber would move around, and I liked the feeling on my gums.
Because it did move around.
Yeah.
It was like a jacket, like a rubber jacket on a plastic thing.
Yeah.
Stick.
Gotta
That's
love it.
funny.
So weird. Such a weird memory.
Well, that is kind of a weird memory, and I never really thought about it until you just mentioned it.
I chewed on a lot of things. I was like as a little kid, I can remember chewing on and I didn't like pencils. Like chewing on pencils. I don't like the way that feels.
Yeah.
But I would chew on things.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Yep. I was like a dog. So yeah, they talked about game systems, and they went into Walkmans.
Right.
And this is when I started talking to Bryn about a Discman, which was later brought up in the 90s ones too.
Right, exactly.
But she was like, "Did you have a Walkman?" I was like, "Yeah, I did. I had the Sony Walkman, like the original Sony Walkman. Well, not the original, because I had the yellow one, the sports one. I didn't have the original Walkman. I had my first Walkman wasn't really a Walkman. It was like a
mine was from
cassette player.
Ames.
Yeah.
I remember what it looked like.
And it had the really cheap headphones that the little thingies would come off.
Yeah.
The little you know what I'm talking about.
The little foam things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd come off the first time you wear them or rip.
Yeah. They were very, very cheap.
And then you'd have
worked.
a really hard
it would
thing
hurt
on your
ear
and it would hurt. Yes. Yes. So anybody else have any Walkman memories? Tweet us. So-called
Tweet at
whatever.
us. So, did you watch Simpsons Roasting on an Open Fire?
Yes.
I remember when that came out.
Yes.
We recorded it.
Yes.
And I
We didn't
loved
record
it.
it, but I remember watching it because it was a big deal.
It was
They
a
had
big deal.
led up to it. They were this show was coming on. It was going to be really great.
It was
and Santa's Little Helper.
Santa's Little Helper was so cute.
But I didn't remember it. I just watched it recently.
Yeah.
I didn't remember it.
No, I didn't really remember the goings on in the show, but I
No.
watched it again recently, just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, when Disney Plus came out.
And that's what's cool. If you've got Disney Plus, you get all the Simpsons episodes.
watch all
But
the Simpsons.
Kevin, Birdie's been watching them on Fox.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
cool.
up to. He's watching them backwards. So he started with the newer ones and moved towards.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Backtracking.
Yeah. So yeah.
So you mentioned Mr. T earlier.
Yes, and Nancy Reagan. Nancy Reagan was so cool.
She was all about Mr. T.
And wasn't
And
she
the
just a little
celebrities.
petite little woman?
She was okay. So
She was
next to
you
Mr.
could-
T.
You could put her in your pocket.
You really
take her
could.
home with you.
She was just a very little petite thing.
Oh my gosh, she couldn't have weighed 90 pounds.
No,
If that.
and when she was sitting on his lap,
Yes. It was so cute.
it was cute. It was adorable.
Mr. T made the best Santa.
Mr. T is a national treasure.
He sure is. I would love to have Mr. T on the podcast.
I
pitiful. Say it.
love Mr. T so much.
You know he'd say it.
Of course he'd say it because he's such a genuine person. When he was on Dancing with the Stars,
I don't remember that.
that was a couple seasons ago.
Mhm.
He was just absolutely wonderful.
He looks the same.
The man hasn't aged.
No. Plant-based diet. Maybe.
Maybe, but he just looks amazing.
Yeah.
And he seems super sweet. Mr.
Yeah.
T, you should come on our podcast.
And yeah, that'd be great.
I'd like to hear all about it firsthand from when you were Santa Claus at the White House.
And Ronald Reagan was Santa Claus. I thought
Yeah.
that was the sweetest thing. I love Ronald Reagan.
Old man.
He was a handsome devil.
Devil.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall.
So, was that in this one too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's later.
Yeah.
So here's something that I kind of had forgotten about, but remembered watching this. For whatever reason, when I was a child, I loved Christmas in Hollis.
Yeah, me too. Didn't realize it was about Queens.
No, I didn't really pay attention to the lyrics, but I loved that song.
Yes.
I loved that whole album.
Oh, me too.
But that song, I loved it.
I can remember very specifically my sister buying that album
Yep.
and playing it on my parents' big stereo system
Mm-hmm.
and us singing Santa Baby together. And I feel like it was like on video. Like, I feel like it was videotaped.
It might be out there.
And it might be out there somewhere.
Like in your parents' attic or something.
Oh, if it is, it's melted.
Oh,
Everything like melted one summer. It was like really hot and like
really?
like my vanity warped and yeah, it
Oh.
was sad.
Well, maybe it's in the garage.
No,
She gone. Wouldn't I love to see that come up though?
yeah.
That would be a good viewing.
I still have some tapes to go through, so who knows?
You need to go through them.
Yeah.
I loved when you had found that Thanksgiving one.
Oh yes.
I loved sitting and watching that whole thing.
I have me fly fishing if you'd like to see that.
I'd like to see that. I think that would be fun. So, what I thought was interesting when they were talking about recording the Christmas song,
Do they know?
Yes.
it? That's a sad song.
it's very sad.
And it's like, no, they don't know it's Christmas because they don't celebrate Christmas. Okay.
right. Right.
Just saying. But if you guys want to hear a really good like play-by-play of that song, go to our friends, the Decomposition Podcast, Decomposition Podcast, and listen to it because they have a whole episode on it. I'm almost
certainly do.
positive
They do.
because I
And-
feel like I listened to it.
Yes, no, they do. And
Shout out to Decomposition Podcast. Hey,
they're awesome anyway.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really interesting when they talked about Boy George.
Yes, they almost missed it. That was funny.
And he got in the Concorde.
Oh, I got to be on the Concorde, you guys.
My mother always wanted to fly on it.
Well, I got
which,
to get on it when they blew an engine.
which is really cool. Not cool they blew an engine.
Yeah.
I mean, we know what happened with the Concorde, but
Yeah.
it was, I just thought that was really cool. Like,
When they said they flew, and I was like, Bryn, because Bryn watched this with me. I
yeah.
was like, I went on the Concorde. She was like flew on the Concorde? And I was like, no. Because I was telling her it's the fastest plane. So she was like, did you fly on it? And I was
Yeah.
like, no. It blew on an engine. I got to go on it to see it. And she was like, oh. And then I went on it. And my Uncle Leo, who worked for Brinks, was on there with a friggin' gun.
He was.
Yes. I was like, Uncle Leo, what are you doing? He's not really my uncle, but I call him Uncle Leo. And and he had like a shotgun.
That's awesome, though.
Because he was protecting, they had like a bunch of jewels and stuff on the Concorde.
They had a bunch of jewels on it?
Yeah.
They had jewels?
Yeah, they had
Wow.
like, yeah. Yeah,
That's
like,
cool.
like riches.
I really like that.
Isn't that cool?
That's a neat story.
I mean, Leo didn't tell me that, but the other people did.
The other people did.
They were like,
right.
they've got like riches, treasures.
It's like a pirate's treasure.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. I thought that was kind of a neat little tidbit
I thought it was too.
that he like overslept and he woke up in New York and needed to get over there.
Get over there for your part, Boy George.
Right.
You've got to be on there. You've got to hold your headphone
right.
and you've got to
sing.
sing it.
And make sure your makeup is spot on.
Yeah, it was.
And it absolutely was.
Absolutely, Boy George. You know what you did.
Beautiful man.
Right. Speaking of good, cool tidbits, nope, forget it.
What? Why? You were going to say something?
Nope. I thought it was nope.
Oh, okay. So they had done a nod to Christmas catalogs, although they talked about
yes.
Neiman Marcus.
Right, which
we didn't have Neiman
we didn't have
Marcus.
that. 'Cause, come on.
We had Sears.
Yeah, we had Sears, JCPenney.
Service merchandise.
Right. Service merchandise.
I loved service merchandise. I
Couldn't
love that
wait for that.
that little conveyor belt thing that
Yes.
dropped the toys.
Yes. But they talked about like a horse cow death.
Yes.
And I'm like, what the
You could have it
hell?
like a thing like made into any animal.
It was kind of weird.
It was for like $65,000.
But it's like for those people who like have everything and can spend $25,000 on a coffee with Joe McIntyre
right,
type of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
So-
not us.
No.
That's not us.
No.
I mean, I
maybe could have done 500 and that would be like stretching.
You're talking to somebody whose daughter asked for Barbie Dream House, and I bought her the cheaper the cheaper KidCraft version. So, but like, it's, yeah, like that was pretty wild. And like, I don't know, where would you even put that?
I don't even know.
Lion desk.
I don't know.
Or whatever it was they talked about.
My aunt had a lion desk.
Well, she had like a whole like safari.
She had a whole safari theme.
So it would kind of fit there.
Yeah, she probably shopped at Neiman Marcus.
Probably.
Well, Neiman Marcus was just a ritzier Macy's, right?
I think so.
Yeah, they had cookies, right?
Is it still around?
Does Neiman Marcus have cookies? No.
I don't know. Doubletree does.
No.
That's
What am
not
I
a
thinking of?
store.
Marcus. I'm thinking of like there's cookies. They're like really good cookies, supposedly.
I don't know.
I don't know what I'm thinking of. Not
No,
Neiman
I have no
Marcus.
idea.
Okay.
Like, is
So
it
anyway,
a cookie brand?
I have no idea. I'm completely off. Like, yeah, I don't even know. Somebody's going to be like, I know what she's talking about. And I'll be like, wow, you just got in my head.
That's
Crazy.
amazing. So then, okay. This,
Yes.
for me, the Pee-wee's Playhouse Christmas special.
Yes.
It is our tradition. We watch it every year.
We have never watched it, and we're going to watch it this year.
You have to.
I mean,
love
I've
it.
watched it. I watched it.
Yeah.
But we're going to watch it this year.
Sadie loves it. That was like my introduction to Pee-wee for her. And I think she was like 2 or 3. She was young. And I played it and she was like mesmerized. And I just loved Pee-wee when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny. So
I know Brody loves Pee-wee. So.
Brody, I don't think I mentioned this to you.
What?
Maybe I did.
Huh.
We went and saw Matilda. This is
Oh,
totally off topic.
Yeah.
And we were watching the kids because there was a lot of like kid actors.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Brody could do that.
He totally could, though. He wanted to do that. Remember when he was in that play?
No?
He was in the
Was it at school?
Fiddler on the Rooftop? Is that a play?
Fiddler on the Roof?
Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah. Was it at school?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
And he was in it, and he had a speaking part.
So,
And he was like little. He was like
Aw.
first grade, maybe.
Aw, that's
Yeah.
adorable.
And he had to wear makeup, and he was very upset about that.
But can I just tell you?
Yeah.
There were kids on that stage, and they had to do like an accent.
Oh my gosh.
And the whole time I was like, Brody would be perfect in that part.
Oh.
No, Brody would do great in that part. Like, I just felt like I should be watching Brody up on that
You
stage.
texted me, Brody would shine, or something like that.
He would. He would be on the, like, he would steal the show.
You should tell him.
I'm going to.
Because he's been trying to find his thing.
Yeah.
Like right now, he's the manager of Bryn's basketball team.
Yeah.
But he's also the boys manager. He became that by default. Because he does such a good job on the scorebook.
Of course he does. Yeah.
I mean, it's usually an adult's job.
Yeah.
But he does it, and they really appreciate him doing it. And
Yeah.
because he didn't want to play basketball this year, and that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. So that's his thing. But like, he needs a thing. Like, and I think like acting would be fun for him.
They have, this is like totally off topic, but they have like these like workshops.
Yeah, I see. They're down in Brewer.
Well, they have it at the Penobscot Theater.
What? Oh.
And yes, I think I might sign Sadie up for it.
Oh.
It's like January, February, March. It's 2 days a week. Actually, they'd be in the same group.
Would they really?
Yeah. It's not inexpensive though. That's the whole thing. It's $500.
Ooh.
Which is a lot.
Yeah. But do they go?
They do a
in a
play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's the thing. They go, it's like 2 hours a week. But
That'd be
at the
kind
end,
of cool if they were in the same thing.
they put on their own, like their own production.
Hey.
They have like the little ones that are like 3 to 6
Mhm.
and then 7 to 15.
Oh.
So like those are all in the same group.
Okay.
And Sadie's 7.
Mhm.
And she is very interested in this.
Oh.
Very interested. It is a lot of money. So I have to figure out, and also with schedules, how it's going to work. So we're kind of figuring that out. But I think Brody would be amazing.
Who knows?
I'm going to tell him.
Okay, do it and see what he says.
Brody, your name should be in lights.
See what he says. He'll be like, "What?"
Oh, okay. So anyway.
Yeah, but Pee-wee's Christmas, definitely going to be played in
Classic.
this household.
Classic.
So they talked a little. They glanced over
Christmas
Crunch. I didn't like Captain Crunch, so
It tears up the roof of your mouth.
yes, it does.
I literally have eaten it once in my life, and I didn't finish
like
a bowl.
It. Nope, I didn't like it. Nope.
It made the
It
roof
hurt.
of my mouth
It was
feel
almost
like
ribbon
hamburger.
candy. You know,
Yeah.
like when ribbon candy like slices your tongue and
Yeah.
like, yeah.
It made the roof of my mouth feel like hamburger.
Oh, gross.
Like it feels like it like cuts it all up.
gross.
So I don't want that.
No. But then they started talking about A Christmas Story, and I can relate to this because this is one that we watch every single year. And every single year, I tell my kids that I watched this movie, and then what did I do? My grandmother had a metal door, and so I took my tongue and I put it on the metal door.
Why do kids do that?
Why? I think I told you this before. It was like my grandmother was making a grilled cheese sandwich, and she was like,
Yes, we
that's
talked about
hot.
this.
Don't touch it. And so I went and touched it because I had to like make sure for myself that it was hot.
Right.
And I burned my hand. I had to go put it out in the snow. And then it was like, okay. And I probably already told this story too. But like the metal on the back of the door, like that kid got his tongue stuck on the thing. But what happened was instead of letting it stick, I ripped it off.
Oh, that just hurt my soul and my being.
It hurt. Oh, it hurt.
So we used to do that. There was a
Like,
a-
I didn't stick just a little piece of it.
Ugh.
I like licked
Blah.
it.
At school, there was like a tetherball pole that I remember kids doing that on. I never did. But our freezer,
Did the firemen have to come?
I don't think so. But I just remember it being like a thing. But our freezer at home,
Yeah.
there was a spot this was when like a long time ago. And it was an old freezer. But it was a side by side, so it was like face level.
Yep.
And it was metal on one side, like the thing. You could stick your tongue on it and it would get stuck.
Ooh.
So Bo and I would do that. We
How'd
would
you- How would you unstick it?
you just have to wait it out.
You drool a little?
I don't think so, because I think it froze.
Oh,
The drool.
gosh.
But like you'd have to wait it out until it like warmed up in the house because it
Yeah.
would be open. My dad would get so mad.
That's funny.
The ice cream's all gonna melt.
Mhm.
Um,
Did you know that Jack Nicholson turned on the role of Ralphie's dad?
I
That
saw
was one of the little
that.
things. I was like, whoa.
I have a confession to make.
Oh, what's that? You've never seen this.
So I have seen the whole of the movie,
Okay.
but I've never sat and watched it beginning to end. I've just seen all the parts at different times. Yeah.
It's like the best movie to watch from start to finish.
I've never seen it from start to finish, but like I can piece it together, like I think, kind of. Just, but I've never like sat and watched it. Whoop, all the
I
way
was
through.
always so confused as a kid because I was like, did this movie take place in the 40s or is it in the 80s?
Right, I
Or,
know.
Like, what's happening? Like, because we were pretty young when it came out. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
yeah. So this got into like some like commercial stuff, like Starbucks Christmas blend.
Never heard of such a thing.
Me either.
We
No.
also didn't have Starbucks
No.
in the 80s.
You know, my first introduction to Starbucks was like late 90s.
Yeah. I think the
Like
first
when
time
we got one.
I don't even we didn't get one for a really long time.
Oh, maybe so. It was before that. Like I heard of Starbucks, but like I was just like, whatever. Dunkin' Donuts is cool. But, like
Yeah, like-
Starbucks was like cool,
Starbucks was not in Maine. Like Starbucks was in like cities.
right?
I think the first time I went to Starbucks was at Barnes and Noble in Augusta
Oh,
because it was in Barnes and Noble.
oh,
We didn't even have a Barnes and Noble. We had a
No.
Borders
we had Borders, yeah,
with the Borders Cafe.
yeah. Didn't even have a Starbucks.
Nope.
We do now, and we have one in Target too.
Yes, we do, and I never go there because it's like way too expensive.
No, I like Dunkin' Donuts.
Me too.
Like
I also
my
like Tim
Dunkin'.
Hortons. I'm not mad at Tim Hortons.
I can't. I love Tim. Okay, I know the people who own Tim Hortons. They're very good people. So
Yeah.
I support Tim Hortons. However, the last time I had Tim Hortons
Yeah.
was a very long time ago, and I got violently sick because I got a bug. So like, do you remember that time I told you about where I was throwing up, Kevin was throwing up, and like I was throwing up at the same time, and like Bryn was throwing up in the sink, And then Brody was like, where do I throw up? I gotta throw up.
It was like Bridesmaids, only your family.
Yeah, and he threw
and
up all
it was
over
like
the stairs.
throw up and not poop.
Yeah. I mean, all of us were puking. There was puke everywhere. There was puke on the stairs.
Ew.
There was puke like in their
Ew.
beds. It was like, and I couldn't clean it up because every time I tried to clean it up, I'd throw up. So Kevin had to do it.
Yeah.
Thank God for Kevin.
I know. Pete's the thrower up for cleaner in my house. Because I can't do
Like,
it.
I could do blood and Kevin couldn't.
I can do blood. I can do poop.
I can't do poop either.
I can do poop. Like baby poops and
Oh,
stuff.
I could do baby poops. Baby poops.
Like when she had massive blowouts.
Oh, yeah. That didn't bother me at all. Even when
And like
she got
I
older.
could do, like if something happened now, I could do it.
Yeah.
But I can't do throw up.
Like if something happened now, I could do it too. But I couldn't do throw up.
No, I can't do throw up.
No.
I mean, I guess if I have to. I'm very good at cleaning it out
I
of
can't
stuffed
even
animals.
I can't even do the dogs throw up.
I absolutely can't do the cat throw up.
No. Gross.
Blech.
So then they talked about camcorders, which we all had like camcorders.
We didn't.
I had a camcorder. My dad probably won it in a poker game. That's the only thing I can think of that we got one because they were super
I used to
expensive.
ask for one every Christmas.
We all
I would
had
circle it.
camcorders. I just figured because like we didn't have anything. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like we didn't have a Nintendo. We didn't have like any of that
No, but you
stuff.
had a camcorder.
But we had a camcorder because my dad, like I said, probably won it at a poker game.
We did not have one. My dad rented one a couple times, like here and there,
Hey, yeah.
but we never owned one. And I always wanted one. Like I always wanted one so bad, like my own.
I got my own when I was like 18.
Yeah,
When I turned 18, I went and bought myself a camcorder, a Sony camcorder.
I think I remember.
And it took like little tapes. I still have it. And I should play those tapes.
Yeah, you should.
Oh my gosh, it's a handy cam.
Can you even imagine?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea what's on those.
Can you even imagine?
No.
What would be on?
No,
those?
it wasn't. I wasn't 18. It was when I met Kevin. It was right that year that I met Kevin. I bought it, so I was 21.
2000.
Like 2000, yeah. 2000 turning into 2001.
Can you even imagine what would be on those?
I have no idea. I have no clue. I guess we'll have to look at them. I've got a bunch of tapes.
We're
so
gonna have to find out.
I recorded something.
My God.
I think I recorded like Universal Studios.
Oh yeah, well that would make sense because you
Yeah.
went there.
Yeah. And then the microwave.
I mean,
Okay.
I love my microwave.
Yeah, me too. Nan had one of the original microwaves from like
Old,
the 60s
old
or 70s.
microwave,
So the ones that were like hundreds of dollars.
and huge.
And she still had it like until the day she died.
Because
She
they
had this
don't.
microwave. You could put a turkey in it.
Yeah, they don't make things like they used to,
No.
so it would last.
Right. But when it would run, it would be like and then they talked about Denny's closing for Christmas in the 80s, which I was like, okay.
Yeah. Mm.
Not to be like, but I was
Yeah,
like,
I
all
mean,
right,
we didn't-
cool. This
I-
is
I mean, I
Yeah.
guess Denny's thing is that they're always open.
Yeah.
So I get that.
yeah.
But again, we didn't have Denny's in the 80s.
No.
We didn't get a Denny's until like the late 90s.
Right. And it was cool that it was open 24 hours.
And it was like cool,
But we had
like,
already
retro
had
design.
something that was 24 hours.
We had
Dice
Dice
Arts.
Arts.
So it wasn't like, because a lot of people were like, whoa, 24 hours. But like we already had a 24 hours place.
Right. The
You
only
go
difference
and, like,
was
drink creamers.
exactly, but it was closer to the university,
Yeah. Yeah.
which when we got to be that age,
Right.
that was pretty cool.
Right.
I did go there a lot.
Yeah.
On Saturday nights.
I used to get T-bone steak with
Yes,
corn and
you
mashed
did.
potatoes.
Rare.
Oh, it was so good, you guys. It was so good. I would never eat a rare steak now. Ever.
I used to get the Charleston chicken sandwich.
Ugh.
So good.
Do you remember the time I got what was it? Chicken fried steak or something fried steak.
It'd be chicken fried steak.
It was disgusting.
So I love chicken fried steak.
Oh, it was so gross. I did not like it at all.
I love it. I don't have it very often, but I think I've gotten it at Cracker Barrel a couple times.
Maybe I need to try it from somewhere different. Somewhere other than Denny's.
That would be the place to get it. Would be Cracker
Okay.
Barrel.
So then they talked about the California raisins, the California Christmas raisins. I kind of remembered those. I didn't really remember those.
I did
so
not like the California raisins at all when I was
just
a kid.
Whatever.
It wasn't like I wasn't into that kind of music because I was a child that liked Madonna and
I
Lionel
remember
Richie.
them having this park thing at Bass Park. Like for all the parks, they'd come together and they played Heard It Through the Grapevine, and we all walked like the California raisins. We all like there was like a line of kids, like a line, and we all like did the.
That's funny.
So
that was the thing, though.
Yeah, and then they talked about the personal computer
and how it was the machine of the year in 1982.
Right. Steve Jobs thought he was going to be the man of the year, but
did you see the picture of him that they used for when they were talking about that? He looked so proud and pleased.
He was so excited. I am going to be the man of the year. Nope, you are not, sir.
Nope,
the computer is
the PC. And then they talked about the Golden DeLorean.
Yeah, I did write 4 manufacturers and 2 sold,
and I wrote ew. Like, who would want a Golden DeLorean?
I don't know.
I that is what I didn't write many comments, but I did write you.
I had to talk to Kevin about the Berlin Wall because I was like, okay, so tell me why Russia's involved. Okay, I might sound completely stupid, but I didn't realize that Germany, like, I didn't realize I wasn't smart. Okay, I'm not the smartest.
We were children, and
so I knew
I'm not
that,
a history buff.
I knew that Germany was divided. I knew that, but I was like, wait a second. So why is he determining tearing down the wall in Germany? Like, but then he explained it to me. Kevin had to explain it to me in Nikki terms, and then I got it. And then I said, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall."
He
That's
did.
what Ronald Reagan, George Bush. He was vice president at the time and then became president. He was Ronald Reagan's vice president.
Yeah, he was. But I was just thinking, when did he say that? Because
1989.
George Bush was president in 1989.
Then it was George Bush.
Okay, that's what I thought. It was.
I said George Bush, and then you said Ronald Reagan. I was like, okay,
no,
yeah.
Earlier
Reagan.
you said Ronald when we were talking about Ronald Reagan.
Oh. So you guys who were probably correcting me before were like, now you're like
I get
full
it now.
circle, full circle. It was Bush
because he would be inaugurated in January of '89.
Yeah, so it was Bush.
I had a piece of the Berlin Wall.
So did
I
I
feel like every kid, Christmas 1990.
Yeah, the guy was talking about like what a big deal it was. I was like, dude, I got mine from Wholesale Depot.
I know, me too.
And I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. I still have it.
I still have mine, and I think I have my brother's too.
Like I have it. Like it's at Kevin's parents' house with all of my other stuff that I can't wait to go through.
Like we absolutely got it for Christmas.
Yeah,
1990.
Me too.
Like opened it, unwrapped
Is that
it.
when Batman came out too?
Batman came out in summer of '89.
Okay, so I got it for Christmas then that December, right?
Yeah. Wait, what does that have to do with Batman?
Because I got Batman and a piece of the Berlin Wall.
So that would have been 90.
Okay.
So did you get Batman on video?
Yes.
Then that would have had to have been 90.
Okay. Because
they wouldn't have had the pieces of the Berlin Wall ready for resale in the U.S.
Okay.
By Christmas of '89.
Okay, I was gonna say. So I must have gotten the video, the VHS for Batman the following year, 1990.
Because remember how it would take so long for it to come out after it was in the theater?
Yes.
So it would make sense it was 90.
I loved Batman.
I loved Batman.
I loved that Batman.
I loved Bat Dance.
Oh, yes.
So, Paul Newman.
Get the funk out!
Batman. So, Paul Newman.
In his salad dressing. Who knew? Who knew that he used to give it away at Christmas time?
Who knew? Who knew that I would make my most delicious spaghetti recipes out of his socceroni sauce?
Really?
So good. Also,
I've never had it. Would you make it for me sometime?
Of course.
Okay.
I love it. I mean, it's just a sauce. It's delicious, though. It's like the perfect amount of every seasoning ever.
Really?
Perfect. So, also in my notes, I wrote, how you doing?
Yeah, he's a nice looking man. How you doing, Tom Newman?
Paul Newman.
How you doing, Paul Newman?
Paul Newman, R.I.P.
Did he die?
Yeah.
When?
A few years ago, I think.
Oh, he was a nice, fine-looking gentleman.
How you doing,
Yes.
sir?
Right up until the
When
day.
he was on the stage with his sunglasses
Yeah.
and he was talking, I was like,
You are a silver fox, my friend.
well, hello, sir. He passed away in September 2008.
Oh, wow. That was a long time ago.
11 years ago.
What did he pass away from? Cancer?
This does not say here, but he was a
How
old
old was
gentleman.
he? What year was he born? 20s?
25.
Wow. So he was Nan's age.
Yeah. So he was 75, 85, 88.
Wow.
No, 83-ish.
Hey.
So anyway, yeah.
So let's quickly talk about the toys, okay? So they went through the years. So I think it started 80 was Rubik's Cube, 81 was Smurfs.
Yep.
82 was Masters of the Universe. I used to have a She-Ra outfit. Let me just tell you about that. It was plastic. It was like the bottom. It was a belt.
Yeah.
That was like her skirt.
Yeah.
And then I had the shield.
Yeah.
And then I had the sword.
Yeah.
And I would say, what was the thing that they'd say?
I don't remember her saying it, but I remember He-Man saying,
I would say He-Man's.
I have the
the
power
of Grayskull.
by the power of Grayskull.
Oh, by the power, yeah, by the power.
That was Skeletor,
Oh, whoops. Nope, I didn't say that then.
right? No. They were no. You're right. By the power of Grayskull, that was them, because Grayskull was their like kingdom, their castle.
Oh, okay.
Not Skeletor's.
So then it was Glowworm. Didn't have it. Trivial Pursuit.
You didn't have Glowworm?
No.
Oh, I did.
I would have liked to. Teddy Ruxpin. Didn't have Teddy Ruxpin until Bryn was born. And then I bought Bryn Teddy Ruxpin and she would just stare at it like, what the hell is this shit?
What the F?
Transformers, didn't have them. Care Bears had them.
Loved Care Bears.
Koosh Balls, I think I had one.
I
And
did.
had the book and I was just like, what do I do with this?
Like, what the fuck is this?
Right. And then the real Ghostbusters. No, sorry, didn't have that.
I didn't have that either. There was a thing with the real Ghostbusters. They had to call it the real Ghostbusters because of like
Copyright?
something, yes, and it was
Oh,
weird.
That's weird.
They mentioned, I feel like they made a little bit of a like alluded to it during that show, The Movies That Made Us.
Oh.
It was really interesting. I watched all 4 of those episodes. They might be
I
more
haven't
out
seen
now.
it.
Really good.
Oh,
They have a
okay.
Dirty Dancing one. Really good.
Oh.
I thought I knew all there was to know about Dirty Dancing. I absolutely did not.
Oh, hey.
It's worth a
Maybe
watch.
we should watch that and have
Yeah.
a conversation about it.
It was really good. So that was the 80s, guys.
Yeah.
So then we have the 90s.
Right. So they started with Seinfeld, the Festivus for the rest of us.
I'm just going to really recap, like just say like a blanket statement
Yeah.
for the 90s one.
Yeah.
The 80s one brought back more nostalgia for me, for Christmas.
Too. Me
than the
too.
90s.
Right. The 90s, I was just like...
Probably because we were still children in the 80s.
Right. This was like... I
mean-
didn't watch the Santa Claus. Like, I've never seen that movie. With
You
Tim
haven't?
Allen. No.
Oh, it's a really good movie. I saw it in the theater when it was like out.
I've never seen it.
It's a really cute movie. I love Home Alone.
Yeah, love Home Alone.
I just watched it like a couple weeks ago by myself. Cause
Don't remember Michael Jordan versus the Knicks. Don't remember that.
I don't know. Yeah.
1992. I do remember the Dream Team, though.
I remember the Dream
I had
Team.
Dream Team everything.
They
You
were,
remember?
weren't they on the Wheaties box?
Yeah.
Because I think that we had, like we kept it.
I had T-shirts. I had shorts because JCPenney. And I
Yes.
had
JCPenney
posters.
was like wild.
Dream Team,
over
Dream
it.
Team, Dream Team. Because
Yeah.
it was the Dream Team. They are the Dream Team. The original Dream Team is like the Dream
The
Team.
Dream Team.
So
So did you watch? Okay, we got a little bit out of order, but did you watch Home Improvement?
Yes. Yes, I did.
I love Home Improvement.
Yes, because I liked not Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
You liked Brad.
I liked Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I could do that. I could get with that.
I tweeted at him my happy birthday. Remember
You
when
did? That's
a
right.
couple years ago, and he wrote back and he was like, "Why don't you use a more recent picture?"
I remember.
I was
That's
like,
right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry about that.
But that's why I stress over those pictures sometimes because
Right.
of that.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot that he did that.
So I don't want to be. I always try to look for like a recent good picture.
We were just saying happy birthday, dude.
right, like
Sorry.
then it like I think he posted a picture of him.
I think you're right. I think he did.
But anyway, he has very blue eyes.
Yes, he does.
So 1994 Mariah Carey.
All I want for
That song.
Christmas. She's the queen of Christmas.
That song could go to hell. I mean, I'm not going to be like rude about it. That was kind of rude. That song wore out its welcome with me back in like 97.
I don't mind it. I don't like to listen to it on repeat, but I don't mind it.
I think it's just, I've heard it so many, like working so many years in retail.
No, that's when it gets me. That's where it gets me because,
Yeah.
but I'll listen to it every once in a while. Like I won't listen to it and play it myself, but if I hear it, I'm not like, I don't get cringy like I did before.
I get a little cringy, but it is what it is. Like, it's fine. Whatever.
It's Kevin's favorite Christmas song.
Are you serious?
Yes, it is. Ask him. Ask him when we go upstairs. Ask him what his favorite Christmas
What's your
song
favorite
is.
Christmas song? Okay, I will. So,
And then the Spirit of Christmas, South Park. I didn't see this until later on,
yeah.
and it was like on the internet. It was like on the interwebs. And when South Park got really popular,
Yeah.
then I saw this, the Spirit of Christmas, that original thing that they sent out.
Yeah.
But I didn't see it back in like 95 when they put it out there.
No, the first thing I remember was I don't remember.
It was the one with Jesus.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. I don't remember when I saw it.
It was like, I feel like it's one of those things that you had to like come across it. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Like, it wasn't the one with Mr. Hanky.
I think Mr. Hanky was in it, but it was like not the Mr. Hanky you're thinking.
I'm thinking Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh. He loves me and I love you.
Right, but I don't know if that, I don't know. I can't remember. 'Cause
I can't remember either.
Them, like, I know.
Crossed.
Right. I feel like maybe there was a reference in Mr. Hanky,
But it's different.
but it was like,
No, because no, you're right. I just can't remember when I first saw the Jesus one.
yeah.
And it might have been, I feel like it was on like a DVD, like a, you know what I mean?
Best of.
Like in the extras.
Oh, yeah.
On like complete season 1 extras or something.
Probably.
I feel like
that
that
might
might
be
be
where I saw it too.
Where I saw
But
it.
I felt like I didn't see it like on TV. Like I saw it somewhere else. Like,
Yeah.
like I didn't like see it like on national TV.
Like
You know
on
what I'm
Comedy
saying?
Central.
Yeah.
Yes, I know exactly what you're saying.
So, but I was a South Park fan. I used to use South Park startup sounds for Windows. So I'd have Chef singing.
So, R.I.P.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, I liked South Park when it first started. I watched it like religiously. I loved
Yeah.
it, but
And then it kind of wore out its welcome.
or I grew out of it
Yeah.
or something. I just have to say something real quick about
Yeah.
the Gateway cow.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
I didn't know where the cow came from.
No. I was always like, why?
Yes, why is there a cow? Why is it adorable though? Like, it was cute.
Well,
I thought it was cute.
I didn't know there was an actual cow. I just knew that
No.
they had boxes.
Yeah.
That looked like a cow.
I didn't know where the connection was.
No.
But I thought that the cow boxes were cute.
Yeah.
And it made me want a Gateway, but I couldn't afford a Gateway.
No.
We had our Finger Hut special personal computer.
I built my computer.
We had
I built my computer and Jerry there. Do you remember when sound cards were like a big deal?
Yes.
Like to get a sound card?
Yes.
I spent $200 on a sound card.
Yes, because our first computer from Finger Hut was DOS based.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Our first
we
computer
didn't
was
have a
too.
sound card.
Yeah.
And we couldn't get a sound card. And I wanted a sound card.
Yeah.
So when we got our first like Windows computer, like it had Windows. It was an IBM compatible.
Hey.
And that was a big deal. And we got that for Christmas. And it was a big deal. And I could put
Is that where
AOL
you-
3.0 on it.
Is that where you'd play what was it called?
No. The Imagination Network?
Yes.
No, that was on my DOS based.
Was it really?
There was no sound.
Oh,
But
interesting.
yeah, it was
Very
interesting. So, they talked about the World Wide Web. Okay.
Yeah, I was all about that. I
I mean,
December 25th, 1990, tested the first webpage.
haha, that's why they talked about it.
Why on Christmas? I don't know. Merry Christmas. Here's the first webpage.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Talked about the PlayStation, then they talked about Nintendo 64. Can we just talk about Cindy from the Brady Bunch? Because I didn't know that was her.
You didn't?
No, I was like, who's this woman they keep randomly showing?
Oh.
And then I was like, oh, it's Cindy from the Brady Bunch. Oh, okay. Like, who is this random woman? I
Who
don't
is this person.
Then they talked about compact discs, and they
Yes.
talked about, so I told Bryn that I used to have a disc Walkman, a Sony Discman.
Yeah.
Because I said they called them Discmans. And I would do my paper route, and I would put the Discman, I'd have to actually like wedge it in between because it would skip.
Yep. Always.
Even though it was non-skip,
Always would skip.
it would still skip.
That's what I said while I was watching this. Pete was watching it with me.
I was like, no. They had non-skip, but it still skipped.
The girl in the video, she jumped with
Yeah.
it. And I was like, yeah,
BS.
well, that wouldn't happen.
BS.
That doesn't happen.
Because I even got the sport version,
Yeah.
and I think it was a sport version. It was like yellow.
Yeah.
I remember the yellow one.
They had a sport version.
And that was supposed to be like super durable, kind of like the Walkman. Because you remember the Walkman was like steel. Like you could. Do you remember my Walkman? It was like you could throw it. It would like chuck it, whatever. That Discman did not last. It lasted maybe a couple months, and then it was done.
Yeah. I don't remember, but I do know that it always skipped. My Wayne's World CD would skip. I've listened to it on the bus.
And then they started talking about the MP3 player. So I was trying to explain to Brand. I was like, so you know how cool it was to be able to put like 200 songs on a disc? She was like, so no, I said, and she was like, I don't know what you mean.
No, of course not, because
I was like,
that they have no like concept.
She
of that.
had no concept of that at all. She's
No.
like, I don't get what you're saying. And I was like,
Right.
200 songs. Like, she was like, but what, like, what? And I was like, sometimes you could get like 10 albums on there, like more than that,
Yeah.
like multiple albums. She's like, what are albums? I was like,
because they have no concept.
no,
Of
No.
anything.
no.
Like,
No.
it's so weird to think about it.
I know. Oh, so then they started talking about NORAD, and I actually did this with the kids. We'd go on the website and we would track Santa.
Yeah, we do that. I mean, we don't go on anything and track. We talk about it. Like,
Yeah.
we'll go on and check
Right.
where he is.
Yeah.
And that's fun.
Usually when we checked, it would like, he'd already been like gone by because my kids were not. I was like, uh-oh, he's here. You guys need to go to bed quickly.
Bedtime.
Yeah.
That's cute. So, yeah, NORAD.
Yep.
Then the Soviet Union disbanded.
Yep.
Then they talked about Socks, the cat.
Yeah, I didn't remember Socks.
I remembered Socks, but that's because I'm a cat person.
I didn't remember him.
I didn't know that Socks lived to.
I was going to
so
say
long.
20?
That's a good hearty long life for a kitty.
But he didn't live with the Clintons.
He was. I know. I thought that was kind of.
I
sad
thought that
and
was kind of weird. Like, I'm going to have this
Like, this
cat
is your house cat
that I love.
This is your cat.
Like,
your pet.
at the, well, it's just like what I said about my cats, but they're right here still. Like, I'll see them every day.
It's just like what I said about my cats. But I guess, I mean, maybe it was more like Chelsea's cat.
Yeah, but still.
And like she was off at college.
Oh, maybe. And so
And-
they gave him to their secretary.
Right. Which I'm sure she probably gave it balls of yarn to play with and
Probably.
stuff.
Yeah. Can we talk about Hillary's sweet potato punch?
Yeah.
When I thought about that, I'm like, I don't think that'd be good.
So at first I thought I don't think that would be good. And then I
When they started
it.
talking about the ingredients, I was like, oh,
I was like, actually that might not be
that
terrible.
doesn't sound like sweet potato.
But I don't like sweet potato.
No.
But like I might like it like that. But
I do
only,
like sweet potato now.
I only like it in sushi.
I like it in sushi.
Like, I like
and I
it
like
roll.
it with like marshmallow and stuff.
I do not like it with marshmallow, which made me think I probably wouldn't like the sweet potato.
Probably
punch,
not.
but
yeah.
I get the concept, I guess.
Then they started to talk about impeaching Clinton, and like I didn't realize. I thought when you impeach, okay, This is all coming up now in politics.
It is, yes.
But like when you impeach somebody, it's not that you're like impeached. Oh, now you're done. No, impeaching is just like you're starting the procedure of
like the legal proceedings
right.
of the
So Clinton was impeached, but he was acquitted
Yes.
on all charges. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So then we're gonna breeze through this other stuff here. New York City Rockefeller Christmas tree in 1999 was the tallest one.
100 feet tall.
Yep. The internet boom.
Big ass tree.
Yep.
Internet boom.
Yep.
Happy holidays.
Yeah.
Can't say Merry Christmas anymore.
I'm okay with happy
I kind
holidays.
of feel like
I say Merry Christmas I say Merry Christmas to people who say Merry Christmas to me. I'll say Merry Christmas. But feel like I've always said Happy Holidays. Merry
because
Christmas,
I think we were raised in that.
Happy Holidays.
Like
Yeah.
if you think about it, when we were teenagers working
Right.
jobs, that like
We always said Happy Holidays.
because that's what we were told we had to say.
Right. So it's not weird to us.
No, it's not weird to us.
It's probably weird to our parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think yes, but also at the same time, I am not sensitive to things like that.
No.
Like I don't care.
And we learned all about other traditions in school. Like we always played dreidel. Well, I always played dreidel anyway because Jamie was Jewish. And
Yeah.
I always learned about Hanukkah because of
Right.
Jamie, which is a girl that I grew up with. So like Nan would try to get her to sit on Santa's lap.
Of course, Nan would.
Oh.
But I mean,
And then I got to celebrate Hanukkah with her, and that was really neat. Like, and I got to learn about Hanukkah and all about,
Yeah.
what goes on at Hanukkah, and it was neat. And then she got to learn about Christmas.
I mostly learned about Hanukkah from the Holiday Armadillo. But
Anyway, Nightmare Before Christmas, which is Bryn's favorite movie.
I've never seen it, but I want to see it.
Oh, she loves it. It's on Disney Plus.
I really, really want to see it. I think it looks kind of cool.
And I didn't know that that Disney rethemes the Haunted Mansion ride each Christmas with Nightmare Before Christmas characters. I never knew that.
In Disneyland only.
Oh, Disneyland.
Yes.
It's not Disney World.
Right.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
I wish they did it in Disney World, but Disneyland they do like a retheming overlay for Christmas.
Cool. That's neat.
Yeah.
So what was the holiday spirit of 1990?
Yeah.
1990 or 1992?
I don't know. I just put Christmas beer ?
Yeah.
Like-
and like what's the holiday spirit now? Like gin and tonic? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, I know what it is.
What?
No laws when you're drinking claws.
Yes.
Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws.
Yes.
I said, I wonder what it is now. Christmas commercials of the 90s. The polar bear commercial was the weirdest thing because when I came out, because I was like, whoa, computer generation.
Yeah, but it was so cool.
Yeah. Like the polar
And it
bears
was
are
so
dancing.
cute.
They're skating.
Yes, and that was the thing. Like it was so like revolutionary.
Yes. The Hershey Kisses.
The bells.
I always love that
I
commercial.
love that commercial.
And gift cards became a thing.
1994. So it's kind of funny to think about that because I feel like gift cards have always been in our life.
Yeah.
But like I remember being a kid getting gift certificates,
Right.
like paper certificates,
and they would like cross out the amount, like if you wouldn't spend it all, and write
Yes.
the new amount.
right,
And then, yeah.
like from the Grasshopper shop.
Yep.
I feel like every year I got one to the Grasshopper shop.
Yep.
So it's just kind of cool.
They talked a little bit about 90s toys and Tickle Me Elmo, which
Yes.
that was like beyond us.
I just have to
Oh,
say.
we didn't talk about Cabbage Patch Kids from the 80s.
No, we skipped over it.
By the way,
Yeah.
because we've talked about that multiple
A million
times.
times.
But I'm going to Babyland General when I go to Florida.
You are?
I am, because I want to go. I want to pick my doll out of the Cabbage Patch.
You want to just pick. So, I just have to say.
Yeah.
Real quick. The Osborne Family Spectacle of Dancing Lights.
Okay.
They talked about that.
Yes.
The man that had it.
Right, and that was in Disney.
It's not anymore.
Oh.
So that was in. I always wanted to see it, and I never got to see it because that was in Streets of America, which they like leveled
Oh.
for Toy Story Land and Star Wars.
Oh.
But now the Osborne lights, most of the lights can be found in Branson, Missouri.
Oh,
And I've told Pete that I really want to go next year
to Branson, Missouri?
and see these lights.
That's crazy.
Because, like, darn it, I want to see these lights.
That's crazy.
I love Christmas lights.
That's crazier than $25,000 and Joey McIntyre.
That is not. But I wanted to mention that.
Okay.
So I think that this show is from a few years ago. I think it was like aired on like some network.
It was probably like...
Because you could tell where the commercials would have been.
Yes, for sure. Because they recap.
Right. So Tickle Me Elmo.
Yep. And then they talked about Beanie Babies.
I didn't get into Beanie Babies.
I didn't either, but people bought them for me.
Yeah.
Like my sister. Okay, so real quick story. Because it was 1998. And it was 1997. And I had hit a skunk with my mom's car. Well, first,
oh, Lord.
when I was driving, the first time I drove like as a student driver,
Yep.
I ran over a squirrel. Do you remember that?
Yep.
And then when I was driving my mom's car, a family of skunks came out on the interstate. Do you remember that? And I drove through them because my parents always told me never brake or swerve. And I drove right through them, and the car reeked.
Of course it did.
So my sister decided to buy a Barbie Corvette.
Oh, no.
And she put Stinky, which was the
skunk, the Beanie Baby,
and Nuts, which was the
squirrel.
Stinky and Nuts.
That's pretty funny. I didn't get into Beanie Babies, although
I had the Diana one, the Princess Diana one.
Ooh.
And Kevin did too. And then who graduated in 1998 had the owl? Because I had the owl.
I did not have the owl.
And Kevin had the owl. So now we have two.
So
we also have two Princess Diana ones that are like Bryn's like those are worth money. And I said like $1.
Right. So I worked at the mall at one of my many jobs. I helped out and worked like one night a week at the Beanie Baby kiosk.
Oh my gosh.
Because he just needed somebody to help like fill in the blanks. And I said, I'll do it because I'm here anyway. I'm always here. Might as well just make a little bit of extra money for these few hours.
And people bought them.
Sort of.
Oh, they didn't.
It was
kind of past the prime.
This is when it was petering off.
Okay.
And I just mostly sat there and talked to Darcy, who was at the kiosk next door.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah.
Then
they want to recap.
Top toys.
Top toys each year.
Which I don't agree with some of these. So, but I will.
No, I don't either.
I don't agree with...
But we were not children at this age.
But I don't agree with 1999. So, we'll get to that.
Okay, we'll get there.
So, 1990 was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
91 was Nerf Bow and Arrow.
Which I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know what that is. 92 was Creepy Crawlers. I kind of remember those.
I remember the theme song, like the commercial.
Was it Creepy Crawlers? Was it like that?
It was Creepy Crawlers.
Nope. What am I thinking of? Ding, 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 ding.
I have no idea.
Somebody knows what I'm talking about.
Somebody does. They'll tweet.
1993 was a Super Soaker.
Yep,
which
I get that.
I wouldn't have gotten that for Christmas though.
I feel like Bo and I both got one for Christmas.
Oh. 94 was Power Rangers. This is past our.
Yeah.
95 was Pogs, which I didn't know anything about.
Nope.
96 was Tamagotchi, which I had one.
I did too.
97 was Teletubbies.
Yep. Which we were way too old for.
98 was Yo-Yos.
Yo-Yos made like a comeback.
That's right, because I remember my nephew asking for a yo-yo for Christmas.
Yo-Yos became like cool again.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And then 99 was Pokemon.
So you don't agree with that?
No. It's Furby.
Yeah, Furby was completely left off this.
I was like, so I went back and looked up like when Furby came out, and Furby was around. Yeah. So I was like, Furby was
huge.
The one to get. I mean, Pokemon was big too, but like Furby was like Tickle Me Elmo.
Furby was huge.
Yeah. So
And I did not have one. I hated Furby.
No, I don't have one either.
Darcy had one, and I hated it. She thought it was cute back then.
No, thank you. I don't want it going off in the middle of the night.
And I got a Tamagotchi, but I didn't get a Tamagotchi when it was like super popular.
No, I got mine like later on.
I got mine ironically about a year later.
Me too. I think we got them together because I would play it at the Sunglass Hut when I worked.
So I remember having a conversation with Darcy about Tamagotchi.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, and maybe you were there too, I just specifically remember her saying, I think we should get Tamagotchis. And I was like, aren't those for kids? And she's like, I think they look like fun. And so we like decided, okay, let's get some. So we did, like, ironically.
Yeah.
But then it was fun.
Yeah, I used to play with it all the time.
I loved it. So anyway, that was it.
That's it. That's the 80s and 90s Christmases. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you and to all a good night.
And your loved ones.
Yeah.
And your families.
Yeah.
And enjoy it. And whatever you celebrate.
And Happy New Year.
Yeah. It's going to be 2020, you guys.
New century.
What the
See you next century.
Next century.
Oh, wait, no, not new century.
New decade.
New decade. Sorry.
Which is crazy talk.
I know. So what are these going to be called? Like the 20s? Because when you talk about the 20s, you think of the 1920s still.
Yeah, because today I was talking to a client on the phone and he gave me the expiration date on his card.
Yeah.
And he said, 2 of 1921. And then he was like, oh, wait, no.
Hold on a second.
No,
Hold up.
2021. But yeah, you think of the 20s, you think of like the roaring 20s.
Flappers.
Yeah. Or was that 30s? That was 20s.
Oh, I think it was 20s. Roaring 20s.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And what was the 2000s?
The aughts.
The aughts.
Yeah. Isn't that the aughts? Like, isn't that what they call it?
That's what Kevin said. Yeah.
And I don't get that.
No.
The aughts.
So we're going to call this the 20s? I don't know. You guys tell us. Tweet at us.
What are you going to call it? I'm going to call it.
I'm going to call it 2020.
Just like the show. With Barbara Walters.
Yeah.
And what was another man that was on it? Oh, back when we were kids. It was Barbara Walters and Hugh. I
can't remember.
It was they probably said Hugh something and Barbara Walters.
Yeah.
I'm sure they said the woman's name second.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Anyway.
I want to say Hugh Hefner, but it's not Hugh Hefner.
It's definitely not Hugh Hefner.
Oh.
But anyway, I think we're just tired.
Yeah.
This
is good.
This is good, you guys. So thanks so much.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We can't wait to see what is to come.
Right. And we'll see you next year.
And we will. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.